Hello and welcome to Feel Good Fridays with Pastor Kristin, coming to you today from the front of our Christmas tree, and I will explain exactly why in a little bit. In case you're not keeping track, Christmas is just 2 weeks from today. That kind of caught me off guard when I looked at the calendar today. And just a reminder that we are wrapping up the second week of Advent and heading into week 3 this Sunday. And spoiler alert, the candle that we light this Sunday is the candle of joy. And I want to talk about joy a little bit today. A friend of mine named Susan that I have the privilege of knowing from my time at Wartburg Seminary. I actually worked for her in the library. She's awesome. But she has a tradition during the season of Advent of sharing Advent joy. Now, I'm guessing part of that might have something to do with the fact that her daughter's name is Joy, but she has a tradition over the past several years of sharing pictures of the word joy during this season of Advent. And when Advent started this year, Susan mentioned that it might be a little bit harder to find those pictures because none of us are really going out and about in the same way that we normally do. And so I decided that I was going to try to help her out a little bit. I was going to look for joy around my house and out and about when I was running errands or doing some Christmas shopping. And I realized pretty quickly that joy must also be one of my favorite words when it comes to Christmas and Christmas decorations. So I wanted to share a few of the items that I found that talk about joy as I was unpacking our Christmas decorations. So first of all, I have this pillow, a little pillow that says joy, a little nap maybe on the pillow brings you joy. All kinds of reasons for that to bring you joy. I also have this awesome joy, and wait for it, it lights up. That's got to bring you joy, right? Bring a little smile to your face. But one of the things that I love the most out of all of our Christmas decorations when it comes to things that talk about joy is this ornament on our tree. You might not be able to see it super well, so I'm going to take it off and bring it a little bit closer. But this ornament is a globe of our whole world. And on it, it says, joy to the world. I got this ornament at a gift exchange with some awesome women in Wichita, Kansas. And it brings me joy, not only because it reminds me of them, but also because I think it's just such an incredible message that Jesus coming brings joy to our whole world. Now I want to share Psalm 30 with you. And this particular psalm came to mind because of a verse that talks about joy. But I'm going to read it to you today from The Message by Eugene Peterson. And in this particular version, he doesn't use the word joy. So I want you to listen closely and see if you can figure out which verses it is that include the word joy in other translations. And maybe listen for how Eugene Peterson talks about joy in different words. Psalm 30. I give you all the credit, God. You got me out of that mess. You didn't let my foes gloat. God, my God, I yelled for help, and you put me together. God, you pulled me out of the grave, gave me another chance at life when I was down and out. All you saints, sing your hearts out to God. Thank him to his face. He gets angry once in a while, But across a lifetime, there is only love. The nights of crying your eyes out give way to days of laughter. When things were going great, I crowed, "I've got it made. I'm God's favorite. He made me king of the mountain." Then you looked the other way, and I fell to pieces. I called out to you, God. I laid my case before you. Can you sell me for a profit when I'm dead? Auction me off at a cemetery yard sale? When I'm dust to dust, my songs and stories of you won't sell. So listen and be kind. Help me out of this. You did it. You changed wild lament into whirling dance. You ripped off my black mourning band and decked me with wildflowers. I'm about to burst with song. I can't keep quiet about you. God, my God, I can't thank you enough. So, any guesses about where in these verses Eugene Peterson may have been talking about joy? Well, I won't leave you in suspense forever. So when Eugene Peterson says, "The nights of crying your eyes out give way to days of laughter," the New Revised Standard Version translate that verse, "Weeping may linger for the night, but joy comes with the morning," which is the verse that I was thinking of when I went looking for this particular passage. So, NRSV, "Weeping may linger for the night, but joy comes with the morning." Or, in Eugene Peterson's words, "The nights of crying your eyes out give way to days of laughter." And then finally, towards the end, the NRSV version says, "You have turned my mourning into dancing. You have taken off my sackcloth and clothed me with joy." Now, Eugene Peterson says it this way: "You did it. You changed wild lament into whirling dance. You ripped off my black mourning band and decked me with wildflowers." So, today, I hope that your days are days of laughter, and that you feel more like you are decked in wildflowers or clothed with joy than you do like you are mourning. Speaking of which, I wore my special shirt just for this. I am, oh, it's hard to see, decked with joy, joyful. There's another joy in my house. And so today, any guesses as we approach Christmas about what song I might be singing for you today? I bet you can all sing along. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive our King. Let every heart prepare Him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let all the songs implore. While fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Today, I hope that you repeat sounding joy that we all in these days are looking for joy. Joy is just one of the many gifts of this season. And if joy is a little bit hard for you to find these days, maybe you can look for one of the other gifts of this season. Look for peace. Look for hope. Look for love. Look for light. These gifts that come to us. And I am sure that as you look for those gifts, you will find them all around you, just like I did with joy. I hope that you have a joy-filled day and weekend. I invite you to join us on Sunday for worship at All Saints for an extra joy-filled worship this weekend as our message is brought by our Christmas program this Sunday. So I hope you will join us on Facebook and YouTube at 9 o'clock this Sunday and have a joy-filled weekend. Have a great day, everybody.